guys. I'm in the kitchen. I got my sausage in the oven. I'm gonna make some eggs and I'm gonna make some potatoes. And that's gonna be it for breakfast for me. And I got 2 pieces of sausage. But for the meantime, while my sausage is cooking, I'm gonna eat some of these mandarin oranges, or my grandma's gonna try to open up some peaches for me. So, because I love peaches. I love them. I do. But yeah, so I need it. What time that drive-through open?
10.
What time is it on there?
It is 9:09.
Really? And open at 10? Let me find my shoes because I got to go get me something, okay? So when I leave,
Brandon with you?
no, Layla's gone. Nobody's here. I'm gonna be real quick. You know, I'm just going right there. So, I'm going to probably take him with me. Yeah, because he's only 6. I'm going to take him with me. I don't want to eat these. I never had, well, I've had mandarins before. Mandarin oranges, Giant Eagle, y'all. So, I'm going to see if we can get that open. Is it coming open?
Yeah.
I'm still going to get me another one. That's just good for now, but I'm not going to try to open up nothing else. That chicken, I'm just going to leave it alone.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. It just takes a while.
I don't have a while. I'm on mine now. I want it now. Alright. So y'all, I'm telling y'all, God works. He works in serious ways. He works, right? So when I went to church yesterday, this is the church. Actually, okay, let me say, the church that I've been going to since I lived out here is the church up the way. My grandma's old church she used to be a member of when she was living. So I started going. Then I finally joined. Been a member for about 3 years. But the only reason why I joined this church is because the church I was going to, which was a church that's out east, that I've been going to, I've been a member of for about 5, 6, 7 years, somewhere around there. About 6 years, I would say. I had to, during the time of COVID, I had to find me a place to move to, right? Because I had to leave the place I was in prior to this one. So I had to leave. And personal reasons, right? So during that time, landlords wasn't doing much of anything. Everything was basically at a standstill with, landlords doing anything as far as renting or just anything, So I was just like, I'm kind of stuck. I got to figure out something ASAP immediately. So I ended up finding this place out here. I lived out west before, but that's been years ago. And I don't like the west side, okay, of Columbus. I do not. But I had to move out here. And, so what are you doing? It's not open.
Yeah, I just left the camera.
But it's not always open.
No.
So anyway, so I took this place out here, okay? I mean, it's decent. I made it home, though. Y'all seen it. I made it home. It looked really nice in here. There's just a few things I do not like about the place. I'm not gonna lie. I'm entitled to not like it if I don't want to, but I am thankful. Doesn't mean I'm not thankful that I have a place. I'm thankful for that. I am. But when I live, I want to live comfortably. I want to be, I know sometimes that's hard to do. That's impossible to do sometimes, especially when you're on Section 8. You have to pretty much sometimes take what you can get. So, I took this place, okay? And so, moved out here, and I was like, since I can't go to my church, like, what am I gonna do? I can't go to my church because at the time they didn't have transportation. Some churches that have van ministry where they pick up people. At the time we were moving out here, I didn't have no way. You know, that was costly trying to go to church from taking Ubers from this side of town to the other side of town to go to church. You know what I'm saying? But we did it for a little bit until it started getting too much, too expensive. So we stopped. And so I'm like, dang, I don't want to be out. Because I just don't feel right sitting home on Sundays. I really don't. Because I'm so used to, you know, I love going to church for one, you know, and then I just didn't feel right. So I started looking up churches around here that I can go to. And I did visit a few. I visited a few. I looked up online. I looked them up online. Google. You know how you can see, because back then, of course, and still today, they do online. Um, the services be online. So I seen one church, and I went to go visit. Wasn't feeling it. Mm-mm. So I went like maybe once or twice, and that was it. Probably just only one time. Then I end up. What is that on my floor?
Where?
By the sink. Anyways, y'all, long story short, I ended up noticing this church that set up the way. I was like, first of all, when I went past it, it took me a while for the click that this was the church that my grandmother used to attend. And I Googled them too, you know, just to see how their service flow, to see how they, you know, see if it would be a good fit for me. Like, you know, like would I like it? Would I just go and not go no more? Or, you know, not come back, you know, because I didn't want to do that. I joined it. I said, wait, this is a, and then come to find out on my grandma's side, my dad's side, with a lot of family members that knew my family. And they were related to them. I don't know how, but they said they were related to my family. And they knew them. Like, I didn't have to tell them who they were. When I said my grandma's name, that's when it just went from there. It was history. So I joined, like I said. Before I joined, though, I was visiting probably like a year before I joined. Yeah, it took a year. I waited a whole year. Because normally I'll join and be like, then I'll leave. And I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. So yeah, it took me a year. So I joined it. I did. Then, you know, I started seeing stuff that I just didn't like. But I didn't never leave or nothing like that. I didn't leave. I stayed. I stayed. And, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to run. Hold on. So I joined. And I started seeing things I didn't like. Like, you know, that's just me. You know, like, you know, I gotta, and I have to realize, and I had to realize that you can't run from drama. Drama's everywhere. You can't run from it. When you think you left this church because of what's going on there, and you feel like you're gonna find another church, it's gonna be. There's no perfect church. First of all, there is no perfect. Did you find it? There is no perfect church. Okay, first of all, there is no perfect church. I had to understand that. And I had to realize that there is no perfect church. So I ended up going to the church and being, like I say, active member for 3 years. And so, but before I became a member, I was still going to the other church. I was member there for like 6, 7 years. So just to make that long story short, when I went yesterday, everybody just came up to me. A few people, not everybody, but it's a big church, big mega church. Came up to me, my family, basically my cousins, and then there was another person that was just a friend. Hugged me, showed me all. You can just tell they miss me. They miss me. They miss me. And so my cousin was like, "You need to get back in the choir." You know, like that's what. Hold on a second. No. They're like, "You need to come back to the choir. We miss you. We miss you. We miss you. We miss you." My cousin was already telling me about rehearsal days. They had rehearsal on. She's like, "Not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday." I'm like, Lord's willing, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna try to be there. I don't know if I. No. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to make it. You know, if I'm so happy not if I'm not able to make it, then I'll just do it the next time. That's all I can do. So, and on top of that, y'all, I'm going back. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. Yep, I am going to go back. Really, the only reason why, and I never wanted to leave. I had no choice because the van stopped running because of the COVID. When COVID-19 hit, the van stopped running, so I didn't have no way to get there. And then I started doing them Ubers, and they got to be too expensive, and I had to stop going. I was like, I want to be in church. I don't want to be sitting home. So I ended up just joining this church. I didn't want to. I really did. Nothing against the church. I love the church I was in. And so it happens. And now the van is running again because of COVID. The van is running again. So I'm finna call the van. Well, I'm not gonna drive. I'm not gonna catch the van this Sunday because not this Sunday coming up. Yeah, this Sunday coming up. We're going to back. We're gonna do an Uber though. We're gonna do an Uber this time, but yeah. So just to let y'all know, I'm going back to my church that I was originally a member of. Never wanted to leave. So I'm going back. And the van is gonna be picking me up because the van drivers told me yesterday was like, oh hell no. We got another one. Look, he finna go in that phone. Oh my. Uh-oh. So you do be playing and stuff. You got the phone charging for you? Is it charging it?
Yeah, the TV not open.
This little man, I'm not gonna put him on camera for privacy purposes, but when he had that phone, he was like this. You ain't hear nothing out of him. He was quiet as a mouse, and I kept telling my dog, "He's so quiet." Oh. And that, I'm telling you, these cell phones and TV time you be giving these kids will have them like zombies. They be like this, and you don't hear a peep out of them. But as soon as you tell them they can't watch it or their phone died, his phone just died. He jumping up and down like he jumping rope or something, like he running in the field somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? Woo, let me get off of here, y'all, because I got to watch him now. I got to watch him. So I would talk, there he go. He right there. Where you at? Where you at? Somebody got to get him. Somebody got to get him. Where you at? Hold up now. Wait a minute. 1 second, boy. I'm about to walk to the store, so he's going to go to the store with me. But, I'm going to call y'all or talk to y'all later. Okay, I love y'all from moon and back. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe, share, thumbs up. Turn on your post notification button. Subscribe, do all that. Share. I'll talk to y'all later.